What's up guys, and I'm here to teach you how to carry your games with Kennen by one-shotting the whole enemy team. Okay, I'm gonna make this really quick and easy because there are two rune pages that I take on Kennen. If I go top lane, especially against most matchups in the top lane, that would usually build a tank item, so like a spare facade or anything, or that naturally gain magic resist over time within each level, I would definitely go Conqueror. And Conqueror gives you a lot of sustain, especially against bruisers. It's easy to proc all 5 stacks with Conqueror, especially when you all in. Don't let anybody tell you like, oh, it's a range champ, they don't take Conqueror, or anything about Kennen with Conqueror. It's probably the best rune. Yeah, phase rush is good, but I wouldn't take that into a bruiser. You won't have enough sustain to fight him one-on-one. So Conqueror, I like to go Presence of Mind. It gives you a bigger pool of energy that you can use up. Alacrity is really good. I really want to take Tenacity with this champ because Kennen is usually about autos. You can't really do much with Kennen if you don't auto. It's really important. Coup de grace, when you alt, you're gonna have so much sustain in here, so you don't want to go last stand. Otherwise, you're never proccing and get the extra damage. But when you have coup de grace, when you do your full combo, you're instantly gonna get them below their 40% threshold, no matter what, even if they are a tank champion. I like to go both healing runes as secondaries. You don't have to. You can go some type of resolve tree like bone plating if you're really scared of your matchup, or I don't know, overgrowth or demolish. Demolish would probably be really good if you want to split push most of your game. Attack speed, adaptive force, and armor or magic resist. And let me see. The next up, say you want to take a mid lane, or you're going up against a top lane squishy. So like if you're playing, I know a lot of people in low elo are scared of Tryndamere players in the top lane. You definitely want to take Electrocute. It's easy to proc, especially with your Q and E. That counts as 2, and all you have to do is hit 1 auto. I'm so comfortable with Kennen. I like to go Dark Harvest, but you don't have to. Obviously, I like to take both healing runes and eyeball collection as always. If you're taking them mid lane, I would suggest you go Zombie Ward. Look into how to use Zombie Ward. I know a lot of low elo players don't use it. Transcendence for the extra CDR, helps you bring your alt back up. That's the main ability you want to focus on. And Gathering Storm. Also, if you really want to, you can go Ultimate Hunter. It's not a bad rune for Kennen because it's also very important. Attack speed, adaptive force, and armor or magic resist with 1 combo. So Kennen is a lane bully. She's a, I don't know if it's a he or she, but Kennen basically is a lane bully that bullies lane bullies. Good against almost every single champion, especially melee champions. Especially that's why Kennen's played in the top lane, because they're all melee champions. She outplays, I would say, probably every range character you can take top once she hits 6, because you just freaking insta kill with her full combo, and they can't do anything about it because they're CC'd for about 6 seconds. So yeah, there are a couple matchups you want to look at with Kennen, especially like Garen, Set, and Renekton. I would probably say those are like the 3 matchups. Probably Nasus, but I wouldn't worry about him that much compared to those 3. The nice thing about Kennen is if you're up against a bad matchup, you can easily turn this champion into a farming champ. So you can just out farm them, still win lane, out farm them, and then just one shot the rest of the enemy team. Alright, so let's talk about the abilities and passive. Kennen's passive is really important. This is what you play around every single time. So his abilities add 1 stack. So it's the Mark of the Storm. If the target reaches 3 stacks, it is stunned for 1.25 seconds and Kennen gains 25 energy. So there's no cooldown on this effect. So watch, if I E, W, Q, boom, stunned. Now if I want to do a full combo on somebody, see, I can stun you twice, and this is really effective in the early game. Like level 3, you can play really aggressive, because if they fight you in your minion wave and you stun them in your minion wave, they take a lot of freaking damage. Like, it's ridiculous, and then you just one lane from there. So boom, boom, he was stunned once, then he's stunned again. Then you can also add a stack by auto attacking him 5 times, and I'm pretty sure it's on the 6th shot. It's an empowered auto that adds another Mark of the Storm. So boom, you see it right there. Boom. Also, the way you want to poke with Kennen, certain matchups, if they have like no sustain and they cannot get near you, so say it's a Mordekaiser, you basically, Mordekaiser, you just want to dodge his E, his little pull, and then you're fine. So the Mordekaiser, all you gotta do is Q, W, boom. That's it. That's all you have to do. And then if he decides to use his EQ on the wave, just auto attack the mess out of him. Boom, and he tries to run. Just keep throwing your Qs and keep autoing him no matter what. Okay. So let's talk about the Q ability. Q, I max Q first most of the time. On matchups I can easily kill, I would max Q, because it's honestly the most damaging poke on any champion with just one ability. It does the most damage, and it's works really good with your passive. Okay. So as W, basically this is really easy. Some people might find it hard, but really it's easy ability to use. The only thing you have to worry about is the range on this thing, because it has a good enough range, but sometimes you might not be in range to freaking proc your W. So if I throw a Q at you, you see the Mark of the Storm. You have to have a Mark of the Storm and able to use this. So boom, throw your Q, and what your W is, it's basically a as soon as you press it and you're near them, you don't have to click on them to use your W, it automatically procs off. Their E ability is really good, so if you're getting ganked, you clearly see it coming, you can just quickly go away. It's a good engage, so it also adds on another stack if you hit them with it, so you just gotta run straight into them. So it's a good engage when you want to start your full combo. So obviously the full combo is going to be, you can either do it this way, Q, E, R, W, and boom. So either you can do Q, E, R, W, or E, R, W. It doesn't matter, then you can Q whenever. So Q really isn't part of the combo, but you still want to use it somewhere in there. Alright, so if you're going up, what I said earlier, if you're going up against like a Set, Garen, or like Nasus or Renekton, those are really hard matchups. More likely, I'm gonna tell you this, you're probably not going to kill those champions because of their sustain. Maybe Renekton, but still Garen and Set is just too much passive healing. You're not going to kill them, because Ken is all about poking you down, and then going all in. But so the thing with this is you're gonna want to max your W when that happens, and all you're going to do, okay, that scared me. All you're going to do is when the wave comes in, auto it down a little bit, use your E, go through every single minion, touch every single minion with your E, and then use your W, and then you just one shot the whole wave, and that's it. It's gonna help you farm a whole lot better if you do this, if you use your abilities to farm. But you got to pay attention though, because yeah, even though Kennen is not a mana using champ that uses energy, sometimes if you do your EW combo, your enemy will see, hey, this is a perfect time to gank you or freaking go in on you because you use two really good abilities. Okay, so right now we're going to take a look at itemization. I changed this up a little bit to work for me. You always want to start Doran's Blade. Sometimes say you're going up against a matchup you're not going to be able to kill on lane, you want to start Call. It's up to you, but in every single matchup you can go Doran's Blade. Never go Doran's Ring because you don't need mana. The ability power will not help you in the early game, because in the early game you're going to be doing all your damage doing autos. Autos are basically your main source of damage until you back and you get your Hextech Revolver. So you want to start Doran's Ring, pot, go whatever you want. If level 3, if I want to do a cheat back, I would definitely get a Boots of Speed and an Amp Tone. So Boots of Speed and an Amp Tone. I like to do a whole lot of cheat backs. Anytime I crash wave, I like to get a cheat back, get an item, and then if I'm up 1,000 gold in items against a person, so say if I come to lane with a Hextech Revolver and their enemy still has a Doran Shield, I believe I can win every single fight. So you really want to pay attention to that. But after I get my boots, I really don't get the sorcerer boots until I finish Hextech Protobelt. Then I go straight into sorcerer boots. Depending on certain matchups, Zhonya's is really good on Kennen. I don't use it just because I farm side lanes a lot, so I'm usually ahead. So when I go all in, I don't get one-shotted, so I really don't need it. Plus with Conquer, I got enough sustain, so when I ult and stun everybody, I'm just gonna super heal. But yeah, you can go Zhonya's if you want, but my next item is usually, of course, Oblivion Orb. That's gonna give me a bunch of flat magic pins, so all these squishies I can easily just one-shot. So Kennen's really good if there's a fed ADC, no matter what, as long as he has his flat pin and he's not behind. If he's obviously at a good pace, even though she's fed, Kennen can still one-shot the ADC no matter what with a full combo. I probably won't build that into Morelos till later on, but I'm still gonna click it right here. Of course, I'm gonna go Rabadon's next. And to Leandri's is okay, but that's only if their team is really tanky. I really don't get it. Probably a Banshee's Veil if they have any ability power that is fed on their team. So if they have a LeBlanc, I definitely want that because I don't want to deal with her. And Void Staff always as last item. It allows me to have more magic pin, and it really, the goal here with Kennen is just to one shot. So magic pin, it deflects a whole lot of magic resist, and I would probably get this on Kennen 10 out of 10 of my games, sometimes earlier, sometimes as a last item. But the goal is to one shot. You're not going to help your team and you're not going to win games if you don't put yourself in these situations to one shot their carries.